Morning, folks. It is, I think it's Thursday, I don't know, it's morning. I am here with all my tools, logger's tape, laser. It says the sucker's good to 400 feet, but I'm not sure. That's a good chunk of change right there. I am triple checking. I already know the hypotenuse, meaning the diagonals are good. I'm just triple checking a couple critical dimensions while the guys are here. They're almost finished with railing the slab across the street. We're setting up the pump truck. Takes about a half hour to get that sucker all primed and ready to go. It's kind of like loading the big guns on the USS Iowa. And we got CEMEX truck out here. So these boys are gonna pour this slab today. And again, I'm introducing myself to this slab crew there. Most superintendents have the reputation of being kind of unpleasant and grouchy and whatever, but I'm not that way. I want these guys to know that I'm very happy they're here. When I see good work, I reward it. And you know, I am liking what I'm seeing here. It looks like these guys know exactly what they're doing with the underground. And like the tape job, everything. They're not going cheap on the chairs. You'll see sometimes putting these little chairs down here is not necessarily the most fun thing in the world. And so what some lazier crews will do, they'll just put as few as possible. I love the spacing here. Every time I step on the mesh, there's air between the mesh and the plastic, so that's a good sign. And I won't be able to shoot the pump into the concrete, but that boom goes up to about 60 feet in the air. And in the back end of him, he's got a hopper, and there'll be truck after truck after truck after truck just feeding the monster. And these boys, before these pump trucks, these got using wheelbarrows. It used to be super back-breaking work, but usually, I haven't seen this crew work yet. Usually what they'll do is first pump all the footers. This is what a lot of crews do. It's all the deep stuff. They pump that full of concrete first, and then they'll fill in, you know, where the living spaces are going to be. That way, when the concrete later in the morning starts to get set up, they'll start tearing off the form boards there, and they'll start finishing off with sponges and trowels. You get those nicer edges. And CEMEX guy here, he's looking for some action. And then they'll bring their finishing machine. It looks like a big fan, but facing downwards, and it spins around real fast, so they can move it real nice and smooth and easy. And then they hand trowel any penetration comes through the concrete. They hand trowel around that. So, and another thing is, once you start, you do not stop with concrete. It's like you look at the weather forecast all the time, and if it's like 50% chance of rain or greater, you make the call, because once you start pumping the concrete, it's trying to think of a food that's right. If you're doing a real pastry or something like that, something fancy like that, once you start, you cannot stop or be ruined. So but the weather's absolute forecast is awesome. Perfect day to pour concrete. And then next, of course, will be they finished the forms this morning. Across the street, plumber's going to come, and it's kind of a rinse and repeat. And then we'll get Bo McGee's to build the house pad over here, and over and over and over. So enjoy your morning.